Happy New Year. This is one of the first games of the 2026. It's the unfried liver. So here I have a pawn. Okay, now actually this is one of the best moves. Okay, here is interesting because now there is a sacrifice. Pawn if he takes, there is a threat of checkmate. So if he pushes the pawn, now check, captures, he has to give up material. White captures, and if he exposes his queen, and now after this, well, you can take the piece or you can check again. If he goes to f8, check, g8, and now black has problems. Black now has to give up material. For example, if he doesn't, now there is even a greater trouble. There is no, and now there is a forced checkmate. And you see it. So let's go back to the main line. Here, if you don't sacrifice the bishop, okay, here you don't sacrifice. I didn't sacrifice the bishop, so that's what happens. He attacked my knight. Okay, here is the key move. Now I want to see. The best move here is to prepare the sacrifice of the bishop by taking the knight on d5. Now if he takes up knight, the bishop sacrifice here is good because if now he takes up knight, there is actually sacrificing the bishop again. So he has to push the pawn now. And looks like the best move is to take the black pawn. Now black looks like he's in trouble because the bishop is supported. If he moves the rook, actually the rook is not supported, so if he develops for example the bishop, it is checkmate in one. So if he goes back with the queen, now the best move looks like it is discover the attack to the queen, and now for example it is checkmate in one. So if now black has to give up material. Now black has to give up his queen, but it is checkmate anyway. There is no solution here. White white will win after taking the pawn, because if takes, now there's checkmate. Yes, so let's go back to the main line. So here the other choice would be to immediately sacrifice the knight, taking the rook, taking the knight, and now there are threats. And well, you see what happens. This is a forced checkmate. Okay, let's go back to the main line again. So one other move I want to see is why not sacrificing the bishop does not work as well here. It is a okay move, but not the best, because now there is attacking the win. So check out this variation, again sacrificing the bishop, because if he takes there is a check, and now after this check there is taking the pawn, and if he has to give up material here. Yes, because there is a checkmate 3 with the rook on g5. So of course after taking the pawn you see the point now white is completely winning, even though there is no immediate checkmate. There is this fork, but not a real threat. Yes, white is plus in material. And that's why this sacrifice is not a mistake. It works, but it only wins material. Thank you for watching.